Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer, and this is Derral Eves from youtube.com/Derral Eves. And tell us real quick what your YouTube channel is about.
It's about audience growth and development.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, right.
YouTube, yeah. So he works with a lot of different music channels. And what music channels are you kind of working with as clients?
Do you know I have quite the variety? I mean, from classical meets pop, to country to whatever. It's their hip hop. I even have hip hop, so nice. It's pretty interesting variety of clients.
Like to break it down. I had no idea what that even means.
Don't ask me to dance, sing. It just doesn't work. The recent client that I picked up they're called the Redhead Express. They're 4 sisters. They kind of went the traditional route, trying to learn the music, trying to learn the industry. They moved from Alaska to Nashville and wanted to make it big. And they actually got in with the producer, Paul Worley, that produced Laney Antebellum, Dixie Chicks, Martina McBride, some of the big names. And still, they weren't really capitalizing and getting out there. So they decided to go the YouTube route, and we actually started a strategy. I'm going to do this in giving tips while kind of explaining what we did for them. First off, you got to identify who your music's actually going to reach and your target audience. And a lot of people will say, it's so-and-so, but they really haven't defined that. When I was talking to the Redhead Express, we were really trying to go after, who's your target audience? They had no clue. It's a whole variety of different people. We want to say, who does your message actually resonate with? Your music's going to actually resonate. And after about a day of discourse, we kind of settled in of who we thought, who their target audience is. And then basically what we wanted to do is what music would actually appeal to that target audience and at what time. And it's all about timing, guys. I want you to understand, because whether you do a cover or you do original, whatever you do, it's very, very important. So with their strategy, we actually did is we decided to do a couple covers and then release originals, kind of mix some of their music in and kind of go from there. So we decided what covers to do, and then they actually had to go in and record them. And I know a lot of people that they're trying to figure out what to do. We're going off of tentpole marketing, which is trying to piggyback an event like the 4th of July. Right. So we have the 4th of July that's coming up, or it's already passed, depending on when you're watching this video.
And if you're in America or not, if you care about the 4th of July.
Yeah, it's United States Independence Day. Yes, thank you for clarifying that. You have a global audience, right? Okay.
And they're all awesome.
Yes, all right. So anyway, we had a national holiday coming up, and we found a song that actually resonates with our target audience, and we put forth the strategy. Number one is to record good music, have an awesome video that goes with that, but do all the blogs, forums, groups where they actually congregate, where this target audience would congregate, and we'd start reaching out. And so we actually started reaching out back in April, and it's been a few months of just reaching out, trying to get those connections, and then have them help us promote the video.
Cool. So it's a couple tips for you guys. Know who your target audience is. And by the way, my book, 30 Days to a Better YouTube Channel, linked below, is it starts off with that. And you get the first 3 days for free. And that's what talks about it. So you get that free down there below if you really want to dig in. How do I figure out who my target audience is? And what kind of questions should I be asking to think about who those people are? And then figure out some tentpole events. What type of music you can create around different things that are happening in trends that are happening right now. And then
did you explain tentpole in your book too?
That is in there. That is in the book, actually. Yeah, it's further in the book.
Important concept, because ultimately you have movies, you have holidays, events, different things, and you can even create your own tentpole. So definitely check it out in his book.
And then reach out to other blogs and websites and just start building relationships. Sounds like you're saying you should do that ahead of time, not after the video's published, but before the video was published? Yeah,
very much so, because ultimately you want to do a lot of recon work where you're actually getting those connections so that you're able to do that. Let me just give you a quick example. We knew, that we'd be doing a cover song for Lee Greenwood. We knew people that knew him, and so we were reaching out to him. And when the video was actually released on God Bless the USA, he actually called us saying, wow, it was a great thing. So the person that we actually did the cover song, version 4, he actually called the girls, and it was just fantastic. I mean, what a compliment to them. Ultimately, you don't have to have the best video to have it go viral or even to pick up an audience on YouTube. I think everyone needs to understand that. However, you need to create a community in a sense where people feel like they belong and they can kind of see how things go. So if you can kind of intertwine it with your personal life, that they can have a vested interest in you, that can really catapult. And the more that you can do that, even with a regular brand or a huge client like the Piano Guys, you get a more vested interest, and people they feel a part of it, and they want to share when you tell them to share and get involved.
Love to hear from you guys in the comments below about what music channels that you like, and tell us why you like them. And if you are a musician on YouTube, maybe go through, look at some of those channels people are suggesting, and maybe take some of those tips and things that people are sharing about why they like those different channels, and maybe there might be something valuable there that they could implement into their channel as well. So go check him out, DerralEves.com and YouTube.com/
Derral Eves.
where he talks about YouTube. So link to his stuff are below. Thanks for watching this. Subscribe if this is your first time here. We'd love to have you join us every week, multiple times a week actually, where we help you guys as creators just make life awesome for other people by spreading messages that could change their lives and help them in some really tremendous ways. So thank you for letting me be a part of helping you guys grow your channels and your audiences here on YouTube. Subscribe, and I will see you guys again tomorrow or next week or something like that. See you guys later. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.